This is Slash. She is a raptor, and a pretty nice looking raptor, if I do say so myself. We'll get a real close look here in just a second, but let's just get around the figure. And there's a lot to love with this. Now, I will say that she is really tiny. This is a Legends class, not a Deluxe class figure. Let's get her mouth open. So, really cute, looks good. Let's get a real close look before we size, compare, and transform. Really fun sculpt on this. Like all of the latest Dinobots, what you have is a transparent piece of plastic up on top with some paint underneath, which really kind of mimics the old school Dinobot look where they had the clear plastic overneath. Overneath, kids! It's overneath! But they had the clear plastic over the other plastic, and it kind of made this look that was very distinct to Dinobots, so that's pretty cool. As far as paint goes, while there's not a lot of paint per se, the plastic really just looks really nice in different colors. This is that clear plastic over plastic too. Lots of robotic detail, which is pretty neat. You've got unpainted gray tail. You do have paint here on the legs, thigh area. Clear plastic right here inside of the hip. And then the legs go down. Now underneath, it's an interesting transformation. Not super clean. There's a gaping hole right there in her stomach, but what can you do? Maybe you could put something there, like a pencil, and it's a 2-in-1. Inside of the mouth, you have a dino tongue. Maybe there's a weapon there. I can't tell. Kind of just looks like a tongue. And then the sharp dino teeth. This is a hard plastic bottom, hard plastic top. There's none of the soft, kind of flexible, rubbery plastic on this figure. So there you have Slash in her robot mode. As far as articulation is concerned, the jaw is on a hinge, so you can open the jaw. The little raptor hands, you can see they're on the little swivel as well. And then the legs do move, because ultimately these become her arms. There's her fists right there in robot mode. But the way that the feet push right up against it, it is kind of a cool look. And it does hide the hands, I think, pretty well. I mean, you can see them. I'm under bright lights here. But if you've just got this on a display table, you're not really going to notice that those are hands unless you look up close. Now, as you can tell, I had the tail kind of move. There's a hatch here. And if you open the hatch, you can put a Prime Master, or a Titan Master. And it'll fit right in there, and they can drive the Raptor, because why wouldn't you want to drive a Raptor? The tail moves mainly because of transformation, and you get a head exposure there, but that's pretty much the Dino mode in a nutshell. For size comparison, it's probably only fair to compare the alt modes, right, size-wise? But there's Brawn, and, I mean, they're about the same size, but there's significantly less plastic in Slash, so take that for what it is. I'll take a little bit bigger vehicle. So Beachcomber, again, a lot more plastic in Beachcomber than Slash, but, you know, to achieve the look of the Raptor, I think it does the job well. Let's get into transformation. What you want to do is you want to lift up this hatch, you want to close her mouth, then you want to take the whole head section and tilt this back into the hole, and then just kind of close the lid like that. Now you're going to take the arm section, and you can just kind of take the dino arms and put them back like that for now. Then you want to come back to the tail and push the tail up against this back section right here, so it just sits there, and you've got a sort of exposed head here. Next, you want to go ahead and take the dinosaur foot and just snap it. It's almost like she holds the tab with her hand. So you want to push that back down, rinse and repeat on the other side. You can kind of lift these out of the way. Reach in here and grab the legs. You're going to pull these down. It's a very simple transformation. Separate the legs. Then you're going to twist the legs. Twist again. Come in here and grab the foot. Lift the foot forward like that. Same thing over here. And again, you can kind of just put these raptor arms. They don't go anywhere, so just kind of put them like that. Straighten out the legs. Straighten out the arms. And you have a complete transformation ready to stand her up, pose her up. And there she is in robot mode, and she's really super small, but almost perfect, though, in the way that things kind of proportion out. Let's take a closer look. So there's her head sculpt up close. You do get some paint. You get the silver paint for the face and the red paint for the eyes on top of the black covered head. looks good. I think it's a good sculpt. Actually, little known fact, the Slash from Age of Extinction was originally going to be a female Slash as well, and I believe at the last minute they changed their mind on the design and used the male face, so that's why this actually wasn't the first time that the character named Slash was going to be a female, so kind of cool there. The more you know. Again, the paint on the arms kind of carry over. You got a red Autobot symbol on the front there. It looks really, really good. Red, silver, red. You do have some Dinobot paint on the legs. You've got the black with the gold and the red. Actually, that's not paint. That's just regular black plastic. But you do get the gold paint and the red paint. As far as articulation goes, the head is on a swivel. There's not a ball joint, so you can only go probably all the way around like an owl, if you wanted to be weird and do that. You've got a ball joint, and then it just pops off. So that's the end of that. Actually, that's the first time that's happened. So I don't think you're going to run into an issue where the ball joint keeps popping off unless you're going to move the arm in the exact way that I did it. So interesting. You have a bend at the elbow. The fists are molded into place, so you cannot move the fist. There's no waist swivel. You do get a ball joint inside of the thigh. Knees go all the way back beyond the 90 because of the way that it transforms. And the feet move again due to transformation, but you can still get some kind of cool poses out of her. I'm not really very good at posing figures, but there are some things that you can do. Now, I told you she was small. Like when you hold her in your hands, it's just really tiny. There's Windcharger, and Windcharger's so bulky that it's kind of like the polar opposite there on the way and the way they appear and the amount of plastic that's used in the overall figure. More examples. There she is with Cosmos and with Power Glide. How does she look with the Dinobot Deluxes? Well, really small. Pulling the camera back a bit, you can just gauge that she's not anywhere near the size of a deluxe figure, but, you know, it does sort of work. I don't really have an issue with the way that it looks, especially when you have the entire clan. Do I wish that she was a little bit bigger? Yes, I do. And it's a good enough mold where, you know, maybe, a bad word here, but maybe someone will make a version of this that's bigger. That's what's known as a knockoff. And I'm not endorsing knockoffs, but I am telling you that there's some opportunity there to make her a bit bigger. I just really don't like the idea that because she's female, she has to be small. I just wish that they would have made her a regular-sized deluxe Dinobot. That would have been cool with me. Now, as the other two deluxes, the other two that are coming, and the Voyager Grimlock do combine, as far as I know, she does not combine and join into the larger abomination of maybe it's okay and pictures make it look bad, but she does not combine with the other Dinobots. In a bit of humor, there's the front of the card. The funny bit is on the back, where you're supposed to have English and the other languages as well. It's all English. So she hides in forms no one expects, ready to strike. So there's that. And they have her tied with Amalgamus. So that is the prime that will help her hide in forms no one expects, like a raptor in the year 2017. No one would expect that, and she can do that. So bottom line, I really dig her. I really dig that they've made her female. I dig the way that she looks with the other Dinobots. I do wish she was a little bit bigger. I do wish that, again, I don't mean to keep harping on it, but I hate the fact that, hey, your first mainline release of a female Dinobot and she's so tiny because women are dainty. No, like make her the normal size with everybody else. But as is, very cool. I like it. I recommend it. If you see her in the store, definitely pick her up and add her to your collection. If you're a collector of Dinobots like I am, she's going to look great on your shelf. Thanks again for watching eBEFOREi video reviews. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to support me and my channel, it's real easy. It's really three things. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Click like on the video. Even if you don't like the figure, that doesn't mean that you should thumb down the video. If you like my reviews, give it a like and leave a comment. I try to answer every single comment. And let me know your thoughts on Dinobot Slash. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook.com/eBEFOREi. I'm on Twitter @eBEFOREiNet. And all of my YouTube videos can be found at youtube.com/eBEFOREiNet. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you back here again real soon.